All right. So to go ahead and have us get started, I did ask here on our opening slide to make sure that you have a tab open with your Common App application open, as well as another tab with your Naviance open, and to make sure that you have an account with Common App. All right. So before we go ahead and get started, just a reminder that this Thursday at midnight is when we are cutting you off for your late work being turned in. That will give Ms. Narduzzi and I about 1 day to get everything graded and posted for quarter one. We aren't giving you any assignments this week that will be counted towards quarter one. Everything that is assigned this week is due, I believe, Sunday. So that puts it firmly into quarter two. So if you are behind the ball for this quarter, you can work on those things this week in balance, please. Just as a review, your agenda for this week is posted on Google Classroom for you. We'll real quick go over what this week looks like for everybody. Maybe there goes. So today is a live class, and I put down that today we're going to be talking about Common App and FERPA. I, again, am not a Common App or Naviance expert, but I've received some instruction from Mr. Russell, so I will try and pass that along to everybody in hopes that helps. Okay, well, if you don't have school Friday, I will change that. But Ed Puzzles, you have those for Tuesday and Thursday, and then, of course, Wednesday we have a live class. So I completely spaced out about the Friday part, but that's fine because that gets moved to next week anyway. And where did it go? Except, so I have to go in here and change that right now. All right, so that is now in there. So you have two Ed Puzzles. They'll be due on Sunday. And I know it says number 2 and number 3 next to it, but that's because I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm using Crash Course and some lessons that they put together about internet or being able to spot false information on the internet or check sources on the internet. And that's what we're looking at right now, starting this week. So rather than having you guys watch the first episode where they're basically explaining what they were going to be doing in the rest of the episodes, because it's a 13-minute long episode, I opted to start with number 2, where they actually started going over things. All right. So our agenda for today is we're going to talk about Common App and Naviance and FERPA and all those things. And then I'm going to let you guys ask any questions that you have about applying to college. Please do not forget that you have to have applications in by midnight on Saturday in order to qualify for merit scholarships. So with that being said, this is what I had to do. I had to go ahead and kind of start a Common App application so that I could figure out what Mr. Russell was talking about. So I started one under my husband's name because I didn't want to have to fill out like the 50 million things that I would have to fill out because he's only been to 1 school and I've been to like 5. So it'd take me 10 times longer. So what I've done is signed up an account for him. That's why it says welcome Donald. And Mr. Russell says that basically what you have to do is go in and fill out, you have to have a school chosen in Common App first, okay? So I went in and chose Kent State because I know that Kent State accepts Common App, so that would be in here. I don't know if Cuyahoga Community College would be on this end because they don't accept Common App. So I selected Kent State because I know that they put it in there. And the only reason I'm filling out the application is so that I can sync up Common App right now with Naviance. So once this is complete, I should then be able to go into where it says my colleges, and then be able to complete the FERPA video. But because I don't have that application or FERPA video, the FERPA paperwork, but because I'm not done with that, it won't let me fill out that piece of paper yet. But that's what I need in order to be able to complete it. So you see, if I click over here where it says recommenders and FERPA, it says before I can continue with the application, I have to actually finish everything else. So I will have to go in and finish those things in order to complete the FERPA. FERPA is basically the same kind of thing, that it's an information release form. Basically, you're telling Common App that you give them permission to share whatever personal information, like your social security number, your birth date, your address, with the schools that you're applying to. It was not 100% clear, but I think you may have to fill out a FERPA thing each time you apply for a school, so that it is specific to that school. But again, I'm not 100% sure about that. But I know you have to fill it out at least the first time in order for you to sync up the account with Naviance, because otherwise when you go into Naviance, it will tell you that like there's a problem. You have to fill out the FERPA in order to sync them. Okay. So are there any questions about that? I don't have a Naviance account, so I can't show you what that would look like. Can log into a student one, but if they're already synced up, then it won't be helpful. So any questions about the Common App, Naviance, or FERPA? I will take your resounding silence as a no. All right. So FYI, Ms. Nardizzi, did you get everybody for attendance?
I sure did.
Okay. So I have started taking a look at the feedback that you guys have provided on the Q1 survey that was published on Friday for you guys to complete. That is still listed as a task for you guys for this week, so that, or it's still under this week's agenda, I should say, so that you have more time to finish that, because I've only gotten about a third of them returned to me at this point. And I would love to hear some more information. Some of the things that were included so far, one person said that the only thing that could make class better is more muffins. So you'll see that we have muffins now. I can't give you real muffins because we're in a virtual world and food allergies. But with that being said, there's a few people who shared some things, but they didn't give us a whole lot of details on what they meant by that. So I can't fix things unless I know exactly what you mean. So if you haven't filled that out yet, please remember that when you're trying to give us some feedback or things that you want to see changed or that would be helpful for you, that details are important. I know one person said that they wanted to see, it's weird because like one person says that they can't find anything, but another person says everything's perfect. So it's like, I need a little bit of information about what you can't find. All right. So I guess with that being said, here is your muffin. I will